Hello, hello, dear listener of Agape FM. The time now is 5 minutes past the hour of 1 p.m. in the Bay, Port Elizabeth or Qabeha. Um, we are having the midday talk session right now, and as you know, the reputation of the midday talk is we bring incredible people with amazing stories. And the aim of this is really to inspire, to challenge, for growth. We actually want to build you up. That's the reason why we bring these incredible people who've had incredible experiences. Um, in in the studio today with me is Renine De Bruyne. I don't know if I said that right.
Almost. It's Renine De Bruyne.
Renine De Bruyne.
Yes.
Cool. Renine De Bruyne is the owner of Exhale Colon Clinic and Aesthetics. She qualified as an esthetician, beauty therapist in 2005 and worked in the UK for a few years before returning home to SA. She chose to live in the gorgeous Eastern Cape in Jeffreys Bay. It is in Jeffreys Bay at Aqua Spa where she cultivated and grew her passion for skincare and helping people for the last decade. She soon realized that what you put into your body is equally important as the lotions and portions that you apply onto the skin. Round about the same, round about the time she returned to SA, she met a wonderful lady called Inge, who owned Exhale Colon Clinic. And Inge introduced her to the world of colon hydrotherapy, or as it is more commonly known as colonics. Now she mentioned that she has a passion for helping people, and in a quest to find the best skincare regime for her clients, her research showed how important gut health was for your skin. We'll talk about that. She became more and more intrigued by the role that your gut or our gut and its health played in our lives, not only to achieve flawless skin, but just for general health and well-being. She qualified as a colon hydrotherapist in 2019 and took over the business from Inge. Exhale Colon Clinic and Aesthetics was opened at the Polyclinic in Jeffreys Bay in February 2020. Now, for those who have never heard of colon hydrotherapy, colonics or colon irrigation, it is a gentle infusion of warm filtered water that involves the removal of impurities from the colon, such as fecal matter, toxins, mucus, and parasites. With the use of specialized equipment, purified, pressure controlled water is sent into the colon through the back passage by using a disposable speculum, which is placed into the rectum. The speculum has an inlet for water and an outlet for waste tubing. The treatment duration is about 45 minutes, in which only a mild feeling of pressure will be experienced during the number of feel and release stages administered at your comfort level. Removing the waste directly into a closed waste system, therefore no mess or no smell. Well, we will look deeply into that. And what are the benefits of colonics? Strengthens the immune system, heals constipation, improves digestion, improves skin complexion, aids in weight loss, aids with bad breath, rids bloated stomach, improves allergies, improves chronic fatigue. She can now assist with helping people feel good on the inside and out. Wow, that is a mouthful. Welcome to Agape, Renin. It's great to have you.
Thank you. It's great being here.
Cool. How are you feeling so far? Having read your bio.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool. Well, when I was reading your bio and getting ready for the interview, I was like, wow, how are we going to approach this? It's really incredible. And as we were chatting earlier on, I was like, every day we have something new. We had goldsmith, we had business people, and now we have, people that deal with the colon. Cool. How did you start this journey into colonics? If you can just like give us a backdrop, what were you doing before you actually got into this?
Well, before I was a beauty therapist, and with beauty therapy, you get a lot to do with people's skins and, what they put into their mouths actually reflect on your skin, because your skin is the largest organ of the body, and it's also a very big elimination organ, just like your kidneys and your liver and things. So usually people end up with bad complexion, dull complexion and things, and so obviously what you eat is and what you put into your mouth reflects on your skin.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then obviously I told you about my friend Inge. So I met her many years ago, and then she was doing the colonics, and she first had Excel Colon Clinic, and she told me about this, and I thought, yo, that's very weird. Yeah. Funny enough, she was also a beauty therapist beforehand, and yeah, and then one day she said to me, well, she's going to close the business and she wants someone to take over, and I thought, well, actually I've been so interested since she told me about this, and so we made a deal, and I went to go study first and became a colon hydrotherapist in 2019, and then in February 2020, just before lockdown, we opened up at the Polling Clinic. So I took over and I renamed it XL Colon Clinic and Aesthetics.
Wow.
So doing the beauty side and the colonics.
Cool. I just wanna ask, why exhale? What does that mean to you?
Basically, exhale. It's that breathing out, that sigh of relief. That's the way you feel after you have a colonic. Because before you feel like you were just
congested,
so bloated and congested, and now you can actually breathe. So it's basically breathing out all the bad stuff and just inhaling all the good.
Okay, awesome, cool. I was also asking myself, what does the colon have to do with the skin? In other words, what is colonics? If you can just like break it down, to our listeners.
So colonics, or colon hydrotherapy, or some people call it colon irrigation, basically consists of where we flush the colon with lukewarm water, and it basically just removes all of the dirt on the inside of the colon, and we just flush it down the drain, basically. So we use a speculum, and the speculum we insert into the rectum, and then that speculum is connected to an outlet pipe which goes down the drain, and then the water line. So it's pure filtered water, nice and warm, and we just use a gentle infusion of that, and we gently cleanse the colon like that. Yeah, and when we then actually cleanse the colon and get rid of all that toxic waste that's on the inside that's just built up there over years and years, like I said, that's part of your elimination organs. Then the skin also doesn't have to work so hard by sweating out all of the dirt that's inside your body, and that's how it clears up the complexion, and you just have a much healthier looking radiant skin as well.
Awesome. Because when you said that, flashing out, you have to basically you pump in water into the colon and then flush it out with all the impurities and dirt. I was like, doesn't the body have a mechanism to do that, or is it inefficient in one way or another?
Yes, the body does have a mechanism. I mean, normal bowel movements on a daily basis is what we aim for. But some people don't go regularly, so they don't have a daily bowel movement, or even every second day bowel movement. Some people end up going weeks without having to go to the toilet. So they're not eliminating efficiently.
It's building up.
So it's just building up and building up. And even if you do go on a daily basis, plaque just builds up on the side of our colon because of the diets that we eat, especially if we do a lot of processed white flours and sugars. It basically becomes like concrete on the colon wall. So then the colon wall can't contract anymore and do the normal peristaltic movements to move all that bowel, the fecal matter on the inside out, and so they can't do it by themselves. So we assist with that.
Okay,
And
cool.
then, and some people also have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. So it's a medical condition where they are diagnosed. Or perhaps a part of their colon is lazy or even not working completely, and that all affects the body. Some people might have problems where they had surgeries before in the abdominal area, and it might have caused a growth on the inside that stops them from having their normal bowel movements and things.
Cool. And if I don't know if you've interacted with patients who are struggling with colon cancer, or colon cancer, or can colon cancer affect your skin as well? Probably is.
Colon cancer, I have had people that had colon cancer before. We don't really work on people that has colon cancer right now. If they have been in remission and their oncologist sent them to us for treatment, and then we work together with the doctors, yes. We try to intervene before it gets to that point.
Okay.
So as soon as you can get rid of all of the buildup in the body on a regular basis, that means that you don't have a toxic buildup, which then can lead to cancer, because your immune system, most of the immune tissue lives in your colon. So if your colon is not functioning properly, then you can have illnesses that develop from there, like cancer. So ideally we would want to intervene before that, but yes, we do work with people, but then with the oncologist or the doctors.
Okay, cool. And let's just take a few steps back and just go to your friend Inge. Yes. Shout out to Inge wherever you are. I hope you tuned in and listening to us. You took over the business from Inge in 2019. You just touch on it. Do you want to touch on it again? How that came about, and where was the business before you opening it in Jeffreys Bay?
Strangely enough, Inge also started at the polyclinic many years ago.
Okay.
I don't know exactly when she opened up there, but I think I met her about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And then she moved into PE, and I know the last place that she was at Beautiful You, in Port Elizabeth. So that was the last premises that she had her business at, and then she closed it before we had that conversation of me wanting to take over all of the clients. So it was actually closed for a while, and that's why I reopened it. And it just so happened that I reopened it at the place where she started, at the polyclinic in Jeffreys Bay.
It's interesting. Wow. And you touched on the process of colon hydrotherapy. Do you want to just shed some more light in the process? How it happens. So maybe somebody who has no clue what colon hydrotherapy is. And how does the process go about? You said you flash in water and stuff like that, but how do you flash it in, and then how do you take the waste out and stuff like that?
Yeah. Let me just grab my speculum, then I can show you guys. Maybe that will help.
Yes.
Sorry, I just need to scratch on this bag quickly. Just pop it in here. My apologies.
No problem.
There we go. Okay. So with every client, they have their own little kit that we use. This is just part of the kit.
All right.
Okay, in the kit there's a waste pipe and a water pipe as well, and we throw them away after usage. Okay, so it goes into medical waste bins, and people come and collect it. So what we do normally is, first of all, we do a thorough consultation with you, filling the client form and things, and we make sure that you're a suitable candidate for the treatment. Okay. And then once you are on the bed, we actually have the most amazing little shorts. It's actually boxes, men's boxes, that we cut a little hole in the back. Okay? So it's all very private, so I don't see any other part than the parts that I have to see. Okay? And then once you're on the bed, you lie on your side, and we take this little speculum, and we put lubrication. Can you guys see there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we put lubrication on this part, okay? And this is what goes into the rectum. But it's only a small little piece. It's only about that much that goes into the rectum itself. Okay? And then we take the back part out, like you can see there.
Yeah, it's movable.
It's movable. So on this part, we put the waste pipe in here.
All right.
And the water line goes onto the top.
Okay. All right.
And then the waste pipe goes down the drain. Okay. So now you're lying on your side, and we fill it up with water. Just make sure that all the pipes are full of water and not air, because if we put air back into your colon, it's going to feel very crampy and sore. And then we place you onto your back, okay? And then all I do is I literally close the waste pipe and open up the tap for the water to go in.
To go in.
To go in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So then you fill up with water until you feel the sensation of being full, and then we open the waste pipe, and all of the gunk goes out down the drain. So no smells, nothing. You don't even. Yeah, you can see the debris going down the drain from because all of the pipes are nice and clear. So there's some interesting things that we can see, like parasites, mucus, all of that going flushing out. And that's basically the process. And it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to do. Of course, you have to get dressed and undress afterwards. So I really book my sessions about an hour and 15 minutes. And that's it. That's done. It's easy peasy. There's no pain. Slight uncomfortableness because, I mean, it is weird.
Pressure, for the water.
Well, having something in your rectum is weird. Okay? That's the weird part, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But afterwards, you feel amazing. You're just light and happy, and you just feel better, and you can breathe. Like I said, you can actually exhale again. Yeah.
Fantastic. And I have a question. Why purified water? Why does it have to be salty and lukewarm?
Okay, so purified water, because we don't put anything into the body that's not clean. Like you can see, this is all sealed up as well. We don't want to introduce any foreign bacteria or matters that does not belong into the colon. So we make sure the water is clean. And we also don't want to put cold water into the colon or extremely hot water, because we don't want to burn you, but we also don't want you uncomfortable with cold water. And seeing as most of the clients have had cramping and things before due to gas or IBS or whatever, you don't want to cramp them up with cold water. Remember, the colon is a muscle. Okay? If you put cold water or ice water onto a muscle, the muscle contracts.
Yes.
And that's not what we want. We want it to relax. We want it to actually let go of all of the gunk that's built up into it. And that's why we do lukewarm water. So we work on a 32 degree up until about 37, 38 max.
So just about human temperature.
Yeah, body temperature. So you don't really feel the water, but it is nice and warm.
Cool. And then the salty part of it?
No, there's no salty part of that. No,
cool.
Just
Right.
just purified
It's just
water.
purified
Yes.
lukewarm water.
Yes.
Awesome.
We can actually introduce coffee implants, okay, where we actually do a detoxification process.
Okay.
The same as the normal process, but we add a little bit of coffee in the water. And also we can add electrolytes. So if we want to rehydrate someone even more, we can do that.
Okay.
And then also your probiotics, so we can recolonize the gut from the inside, so that you don't actually have to drink it orally as well. So we can do that as a little implants as well.
Wow, that's incredible. Cool. And well, let's go through some of the benefits of colonics to our listeners and viewers. You can see the gadget called the
This is a speculum.
Speculum.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. That's the speculum. And just the benefits of it. It strengthens the immune system, heals constipation, improves digestion, improves skin complexion, aids with weight loss, aids with bad breath, rids bloated stomach, improves allergies, and improves chronic fatigue. We're just gonna just want to double click on a few of them.
Yes.
Yeah. So how does it improve skin complexion? If you can just just tell us the process.
Yes. Like I said before, if it when you clear out the colon and the colon is actually clean, it can then the water there absorbs through the bloodstream. Okay, so the colon absorbs the water. The water goes into the bloodstream.
I remember that from biology. Water is reabsorbed in the colon.
Yes.
All right.
And then it filters out into the liver, the kidneys. So you get less toxins in your bloodstream flowing because it's more diluted. Okay, and like I said, your skin is an excretory organ. If it doesn't have to work so hard to get rid of all the toxins in our bodies, then we don't break out in pimples and we don't have dull, weird-looking skin. We have this bright, healthy glow to our skin. Just because we have cleaned out the colon and cleansed the liver and cleansed the kidneys. So yeah, with colon hydrotherapy, the side benefits, I would call them, is actually clearing the liver and the kidneys too. Yeah. So it's got many, many health benefits.
My word. Guys, if you hear it, man, I mean, light bulb moment right there. Cool. And how does it aid with weight loss?
Okay, so your toxins are sometimes stored in your fat. So when the liver and the kidneys cannot get rid of some toxic substances, maybe you have a toxic overload of caffeine and sugar and all of those things. When it cannot get rid of those toxic substances, it stores it into the fat cells. Now the body cannot break down fat cells. It can actually make them smaller. When you lose weight, your fat cells go smaller.
All right, yeah.
But the body resists that process of trying to lose weight when it's full of toxins in that fat cells. So first of all, we need to clear the colon, we need to detoxify the liver so that the liver can function properly. Then the liver can then actually process those toxins that's stuck in the fat cells, and then the body does not resist losing weight so much as before. And that's how it aids in weight loss.
Wow. That's incredible. That's an incredible explanation right there. And well, you also mentioned that it does improve allergies. How's that?
Okay, so like I said before, your colon, most of it is immune cells that's on the inside of the colon wall. Okay, so most of your immunity lies there. So when your body is full, or when your colon is full of substance that's irritating your body, like gluten or dairy or those kind of things, when there's particles left, like I said, there's actually debris that gets stuck on the inside of the colon, just like plaque on your teeth. Okay, so when it's stuck there, it irritates the colon immensely the whole time, and the body. So your body is on high alert all the time. So when you do eat something like a little piece of bread and you're gluten intolerant or gluten sensitive, your body overreacts. Your body cramps. You might have diarrhea, vomiting, or become constipated, or maybe even break out in hives, or any of those normal allergy responses. But when we flush it out and get rid of those particles that's in there and irritating the colon the whole time and the body the whole time, you can actually then have a response where the body is not in high alert the entire time. So then in time, while doing this processes a few times, you can then eventually have a piece of bread without overreacting to it.
Okay, I see.
And also without building up any other allergies. So I don't know if you've seen that some people, when they have one allergy, with time they actually build 2 more allergies.
Yeah, for sure.
And that is just because our body is in overdrive.
Yes.
The immune system is in high alert the whole time. It's like an army just standing there trying to fight something that they can't see. Okay? And that is when we build up other allergies as well, or other sensitivities to foods and things.
Cool. And I guess this is closely related to also the other point, which is chronic fatigue, like improves chronic fatigue. Like, is it the same process?
Yes, because when your body is on high alert the whole time, you're spending so much time, or the body is spending so much energy, rather, trying to fight this thing that it cannot get rid of by itself. And if you take that thing away, most of that energy can then be relayed to other parts of the body. And that's when you start feeling better and not so tired anymore. Yeah. So inflammation is the one thing that takes up a lot of energy in the body. So if you have chronic inflammation everywhere, okay, the body needs to fight so much harder and spend so much more energy, which it can normally then just, if that inflammation was not there, it could normally just give you that energy to spend the way you would like it to spend it, you know, instead of trying to fight this inflammation the whole time.
For sure. Wow, that's what we just said there is like really educational, really informative.
Thank you.
Cool, because I never thought like the colon would have anything to do with the skin. I thought it was like the lungs, for example, smoking or substance abuse or something like that. I thought like that had direct implication on the skin, because also the lung is also as you said, exhale, removing the
toxins,
yes, the toxins and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Well, I want to ask, because you said you're skin beauty, that's how you started.
Yes, that's how I started.
How different is your approach to skincare from regular dermatologists?
Okay, so I'm not a dermatologist.
Yeah.
Dermatologists are doctors.
Yeah.
So they know a lot more of the skin than we normally do. So beauty therapy as such, we do facials and some more dermal treatments. So dermal is a bit deeper into the skin, not just superficial treatments on the skin. So we can do dermapen, which is collagen induction therapy, or lasers or chemical peels and those kind of things. So that's what skin therapists do.
Okay.
So normally how we would approach it as a skin therapist is we would just look at the skin, maybe just kind of touch on the diet slightly, what people have put into their bodies, and then load them with lotions and potions that will work, so topical applications of products. And there's some really great products on the market that will really help your skin a lot. But how I approach it now is I go much deeper into what people are eating, how much water they are drinking, and when you can actually read on the skin, like the Chinese has this something they call a face map. Okay?
Face map.
Face map.
All
It's
right.
like reading the feet, they can read the face.
Okay.
Yeah, so they look at the face, and then they can tell you a lot about your body that's going on the inside that
All
you
right.
might not have known. Yeah.
Okay.
So on the chin, that is the colon area. Okay.
On the chin.
On the chin, yeah.
Is the
so,
colon area.
Yeah, so if I see a lot of blackheads and things around here, or a lot of pimples, or redness or irritation, okay, these days you have to be very careful with redness and irritation. It can be the mask as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
usually when I see that, I go a little bit deeper with my questions, going into the colon, making sure they have regular bowel movements and all of that. And then if necessary, we can recommend a bit more on the dietary side, or even a treatment like colon hydrotherapy.
Wow.
Not just topical applications anymore.
This is incredible. I mean, it emphasizes on the one point, like the body is one huge
It's a whole.
system. It's a
Yes.
whole. One part of the body that you thought had nothing to do with another. Actually, you'd be shocked to find that is the source of
Yes.
many ailments. And well, I know that prevention is better than cure.
Always.
Yeah. So how would you advise people to take care of their colon, to avoid these plaque, as you said, the build-ups, the parasites and stuff like that? What is there a diet? Is there a lifestyle that you would encourage and stuff?
Yes, lifestyle is a better word than a diet. I would prefer. I would prefer people being able to maintain the lifestyle. Okay, so just eating a well-balanced diet, drinking lots of water, like about 2 liters a day, making sure that you're not taking in overly excessive amounts of caffeine and sugar, and stay away from anything processed. So anything white flour based is usually bad for your colon. Okay? So white pasta, white bread, those kind of things. But rather just kind of stick to healthy living, like eating vegetables, fruits, drinking your water, eating a little bit of meat, is all part of a well-balanced diet. So when you do that and stay away from the junk food, because we love our junk food, you know, and try to minimize the junk food as much as possible, and all the processed things that you can. And then I would always recommend a probiotic to anyone. Just take a really, really good probiotic. Just fill in your gut with good bacteria, because we take so many, what's the word I was looking for? Medications, you know, that prevent our good bacteria to grow and be healthy on the inside. And we need those good bacteria to actually build our immunity and safeguard us.
Yeah, like, because I read in somewhere before, like, we don't break down everything. Sometimes it's like the bacteria that help us to break down stuff like, what is it, the stuff in plants and stuff.
Yes.
We're not built with that mechanism to build.
Yes. So fibrous tissues.
Yes.
Okay, so you get soluble and insoluble fibers as well. So bacteria helps a lot with those kind of things. We also need enzymes. So we need fruits like papayas and things to get that enzymes into the body, because the enzymes helps to break down. So it's not just you chewing your food and swallowing and it's a stomach acid and things. There's actually a lot more to the process of breaking down your food. You know, so another tip would be to just chew your food properly. You know, sit down, have a meal at the table, relax. That's the first part. Don't just gobble everything down and just swallow, because that helps with all those processes. But a healthy diet, a good probiotic, and lots of water, and stay away from the sugary, processed, floury stuff.
Wow, fantastic, guys! If you are listening, you're tuning in right now, man, you're getting a whole lot of information on how to keep your gut clean. And should you have any issues with your colon, Renine is right here. And Renine, how do people get in touch with you? Like, is there a number? Is there a website, email? How do they get in touch with you? You have a physical address here in Port Elizabeth, or is it in J Bay only?
Only in J Bay. So yeah, you can phone or WhatsApp on 0766 88 4469.
You can say that number again.
It's 0766 88 4469. And then there's a website as well, colonclinic.co.za. There's also an email address, info@colonclinic.co.za, or we're on Facebook and Instagram. So if you just Google XL Colon Clinic on Facebook or Instagram, or just do a little search, you'll find us there.
Cool. Guys, you heard it here first. Take care of your colon. And the colon will take care of you.
Very well said.
This is incredible. It's been an amazing time to have you on air with us. And there is a statement you made on your bio which I felt like needed, resounding, which said, Renine can now assist with helping people feel good on the inside out. Yeah, they make you feel good because, you know, flashing stuff out and releasing all that pressure and, you know, the energy consumption and all the stress that your colon, you know, does go through, will take care not only on your inside but also on your outside, your appearance, as you said, you know, getting rid of pimples, and you know, your skin will come back to normal. That's incredible. It's been a good time to have you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Cool. Right now we're going to listen to Maverick City. You keep on getting better.